Hello and welcome to another edition, a special edition, Christmas edition to Overcoming Illness. So tonight I really wanted to talk to you just a little bit about a few things. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Paula Denoncourt. I am a certified holistic health counselor, founder and CEO of Enrich Your Health. I help people overcome their illnesses and conquer their illnesses. And I suffered from multiple food allergies. So I help them do that by doing one-on-one coaching, group coaching, simple recipes. I have digital recipe and ebooks on my website, enrichyourhealth.com. And that's ENRICHURHEALTH.com. For those of you watching, you can see that on the screen. If you're listening, that's with a UR, enrichyourhealth.com. You want to go to the store, and you can find all my digital recipe and digital ebooks, for sale there. So with that, full disclosure, anything on this show is not meant to be medical advice, not meant to treat, heal, or cure any illness. But just for those of you just watching this for the first time, just wanted to let you know, this show is about just helping people that are going through an illness or overcoming an illness. And that also includes emotional. So if you haven't seen any of my past shows, please go back and watch them. We've talked about everything from overcoming infidelity and forgiveness and cancer and congestive heart failure and oh my goodness, I can't even think of everything. Autoimmune, mold toxicity. So please go back and watch the replays. Please give Elevation TV Network some love. Go over to YouTube and like their YouTube channel and subscribe to it. I've also started a new YouTube channel, and that is under Enrich Your Health. You just Google it and you'll find it. It'll come up. So we're just getting that started. So I'm really excited about that. I am really excited about a lot of things coming up. 2023 is right around the corner. Today is Christmas. So I just wanted to come on and talk to certain people and make some announcements. So I won't be on too long, but I just wanted to share a few things tonight. First and foremost, being Christmas, some people tend to get really depressed, suicidal on Christmas. Why? Maybe they don't have a significant other. Maybe their mom or dad just passed away either this year or the year before or even years past. And they just, it's just really, really hard for them. The holidays used to be really happy, and now that family member is gone, and it makes it sad for them. There's lots of reasons people could be suicidal or depressed around Christmas. You may have gone into debt. I know I have. From trying to buy Christmas presents. I used to put everything on a credit card. So I used to really despise Christmas, having to go into more and more debt, buying these presents. I'm not going to go all into, Christmas can be a pagan holiday and all of that. You can do your own research on that. I just want to talk to people on a more general scale tonight, like I said. I think there's some of you out there that might be really hurting right now. You might be depressed, wallowing, saying, I don't have any family, or I just lost my job, or whatever. So I want to talk to you about a few different things tonight. So first and foremost, I am by myself. Yes, you heard me. I'm by myself. My parents passed away. My mom passed away in 2016, I believe. My dad passed away way before that. My sister's she's in Boston. I'm in North Carolina. So that's all I have. No husband, no kids. But what I choose to do on Christmas is spend it with the Lord. I have myself a nice little dinner, just kind of in memory of Christmas past. And that's it. I don't celebrate Christmas like I used to. And that's okay. I don't get all depressed that I don't have a husband. I don't get all depressed that I'm not making millions of dollars, whatever it might be that would get you depressed. Instead, I sit here and I look and I'm like, I'm so blessed. I have a condo right now on a lake. I have food in my refrigerator. Let's talk real talk. Have you seen the news? Not that you want to watch the news, but if you haven't seen it, we just had this massive amount of crazy weather hit the entire country. Almost every single state was affected in some way. If you look at Buffalo, New York, some areas are up to 6 feet in snow. Now, I don't know if that's in addition to a little bit of snow they had prior, or it just depends on what part they're in. But my goodness, if you go on YouTube or TikTok, I know TikTok can have a lot of foolishness and things that are not godly, but go on there and just search, do a hashtag for Blizzard of 2022. Buffalo, New York, people are stuck in their homes. They were stuck in their jobs for over 48 hours. I'm not even sure where people are at right now. I saw one woman on a video, and I really wish I could share this stuff on screen. One of these days I'll figure it out. She was stuck in a vehicle for her job. I think she was a truck driver or something. 15 hours on the road because the roads were so bad. People could not get, what's the word I want? Rescued. They couldn't get rescued. Some people were leaving their vehicles, and guess what? Unfortunately, they're no longer with us. They were found dead because they tried to walk in blizzard conditions, -30 temperatures. It's insane. Now some people are struggling with their pipes are freezing. They did the whole, I lived in Massachusetts most of my life. We all knew you turn the water on a little bit and that helps from the pipes from freezing. Well, it got so cold, people's pipes are now bursting, coming through the ceiling. So I challenge you, whatever it is today that got you depressed or suicidal. Oh, let me just turn this light down. It's going to be a distraction. That's my arrow garden. So I'm growing some nice herbs here, so I'm really excited about that. But I'm going to turn this off for the broadcast because I think it's going to be too bright. So I apologize for that. Okay, we're back. So anyway, whatever it's gotten you depressed about today, I want you to look around first, just the US of A, and look at what people are going through right now. People are stuck at airports. I saw one woman say she couldn't get on a plane. She didn't know where she was going to go. She was going to go for a job. She's in Denver, Colorado. She was going to get on a plane and go to Rhode Island and get a new job, get a whole new start. She was at her wit's end. Like, what do I do now? She may not get the job. I don't know what the outcome is. But what do I say all this to tell you? Look around you. What are you thankful for? Some of us get a little bit self-centered around the holidays. I've been one of them, not going to lie. For whatever reason. I can't get home, I wanted to get to my mother's house, whatever it is. But ask yourself, look at it from a different perception. Maybe God saved you from something. Maybe that plane would have crashed if you were on it. Maybe that vehicle, maybe you would have been in a car accident if you got on the road because, with all this bad weather, icy roads. Maybe you would have wound up in a car accident. Look at things differently. You are where you are meant to be. Somebody sent me that in an email years ago, and it really made me think. I can't even tell you how many times, I'd be late for work or something, 5 minutes, and I'd be driving down the road, and guess what I'd see? Accident, fire trucks, all this stuff going on. If I didn't leave 5 minutes late and went by the rules, I would have been in that accident. I might not be sitting here talking to you today. So what is it today or this weekend, Christmas Eve, Christmas, maybe even with New Year's coming up? We're all taught about all these different things in our head. You have to have a significant other and all this craziness that we're brought up with. what can you be grateful for? What did you go through this year that you're still here? We've had guests on here. I've had a guest, Pastor Vincent Shannon. He's been posting pictures. Last year at this time, he might not have been here. He was in a hospital bed. What can you be grateful for going into 2023? Make a list. We did this on my prayer call with Prophet Keith Douglas, and thankfully Joanna also brought it up. Write down what you're thankful for from this year, and then write the vision and make it plain for next year. We did this last year, and I'm going to do it again this year. And some of the things I wrote down were, hey, one of them was I'm going to have my own TV show. I'm going to have a magazine article or whatever. I was in a magazine. I wrote a book, which you can see right behind me, but God, I'm still here. So write your vision and make it plain for 2023. Start writing down what you want to see for 2023. What didn't you see? Now, this show is called Overcoming Illness. Are you ill right now? We've done shows on scriptures. And one of the announcements that I have tonight for all of you is I'm going to do a 30-day challenge. And we're going to start that January 7th. And what this challenge is going to be is not your typical, oh, let's lose weight. No, this is going to be a health and wealth challenge. We're going to use devotionals and prayer, diet, a little bit of exercise. You cannot do this without having any exercise or movement in there. And you are going to journal from day to day. And I'm going to do it with you. We are going to do this for 30 days. We're going to start January 7th. So if you're in and you want to do this with me, please send me a message. You can do it by Facebook Messenger, Instagram Messenger, or you can go on my website, and then you can get my phone number on the website. And if you're listening, it's 508-330-9665. Again, that's area code 508-330-9665. You can text me and let me know. Say I'm all in for this 30-day challenge. I'm excited about it. I think it's needed. You know, a lot of us are hurting. Everything's going up. What can we do to start saving a few pennies? But not just save a few pennies, but what can we do to make those pennies grow? Take $100 and turn it into 1,000. And we'll have a group so we can all help each other. If you know of an app that might be more helpful, or if you know of a strategy that might be more helpful, I'm all ears. I want you all in. I want us all to succeed in 2023. There's a lot going on in the world. So going back to what I was saying, there's a lot of doom and gloom right now. You know, even on TikTok. Oh, you know, we're going to get nuclear war tomorrow, and this state's going to get hit, and that's going to get, all these prophets are talking about it and all this stuff. Well, what can you do about it? Besides physically, we can pray. My friend who was on here a couple of episodes ago, Kat, we prayed about the railroad going on strike on September 15th. And she heard in her spirit God say, I did that. He delayed it because we asked him to. All you have to do is pray. And besides just praying for things that you want or want people to have or happen, pray as if it's already happened. Praise him. Thank him. Thank God for today. Did you have a beautiful meal with a beautiful family with kids with presents under the tree? There are some people out there right now that they're in a tent and it's 20 below zero. They can't get shelter because they're full. Whatever the reason. Or some people are in their vehicles right now. They're living in vans and cars because it's all they can afford. And it's freezing out. In places where it's not normally cold. They might be in Florida living in their vehicles thinking, it's no big deal. It's usually warm here. Well, it's down in the 20s and 30s. Can't leave your car on forever. You can get carbon monoxide poisoning. So think of these things. I saw one video where this little boy threw a fit because he got clothes for Christmas. And I'll be honest, I remember my aunt giving me a sweatshirt or a sweater. It was kind of ugly. And I was ungrateful. Not going to lie. What was I, maybe 9 years old? I don't know. And what kid wants a sweater or a sweatshirt? But so this woman stitched the video. And if you don't know what that means, it's connecting the video on TikTok. And she's an educator. And she was kind of saying how you could go about, educating this child, and she had a really great point. But I like to go even deeper than what she was saying, because I can't even remember everything she said. But don't just say to this kid, say you're their parent, he's pitching a fit because it wasn't an electric toy or whatever it is. Get in the car and go for a ride. Show him a homeless person that would be more than happy to have a new piece of clothing. Nothing would be more, I think, traumatic to a child than seeing something real and tangible. Take them to maybe where a food bank or something, like a food, what's the word I want? When the food shelters serve food, well, maybe there's families there with kids. Show them those kids that don't have new clothes all the time. Give them another perspective without being mean, because like I said, it's all about perception. We're all kids at some point. I did it too. I remember throwing the sweaters. Like, I don't want that. I want toys. But if you show them something else besides being mean about it, because I think if you're mean, they're just going to rebel. They're not going to get it. They're just going to rebel. So those are just some things I really wanted to address tonight. I'm not going to be on here that long. I just wanted to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, a prosperous New Year, give you some tips on your health. I just wanted to remind everybody, lots of people are going to be sick after Christmas. You've been around a lot of family. It's stressful. You've been eating like garbage, which reduces your immune system. Maybe having some alcohol mixed in. This all reduces the immune system. So you want to get your immune system back up. Start having some soups with some greens in there, like kale or spinach. Throw some garlic in there. Throw some onion in there. Turmeric. Put pepper in it if there's turmeric. If you can get real turmeric, all the better. Go to like an Indian store, or maybe Whole Foods would have it. Depends. Turmeric looks almost like ginger. That's real turmeric. Ground some of that up and put it in your soup. If you're feeling really bloated, start to detox a little bit. Start to reduce the amount of gluten. I know you still got probably lots of cookies still and cakes and pies and things still laying around. But if you're really feeling bloated, and if you have, like I suffered from multiple food allergies, if you have food intolerances or food allergies, just start to detox a little bit. Eat less of the junk, less, processed foods, less alcohol. Start to reduce it a little bit so you can get that bloating to go down. Have some pineapple. Pineapple's anti-inflammatory. Start to reduce the sugar. So these types of things will help you. And we're going to go on a sugar detox too when we do this 30-day challenge, health and wealth challenge. So I'm really excited about that. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to have some journals made up. So you'll get these beautiful journals that you can journal in. Like I said, we'll do devotionals, we'll do scripture for your health and your wealth. So you can go into 2023 feeling strong, feeling healthy, feeling confident that you can do what God has called you to do. We cannot fulfill our purpose if we're tired, if we feel like garbage, if we're sick, if we want to just sleep. Can't do our purpose. There's a lot going on in this world right now, and we need to be able to fight spiritually and naturally. We need to know what God is telling us what to do. If you're eating like garbage, you're not going to hear from him, first and foremost. So you have to, it's okay to splurge for a little bit, but now it's time to get back on track. Maybe you might do a little something for New Year's, but then that's it. Get back on track. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about the new year. I am looking for guests for the show. If you have an illness or you've overcome an illness, I need you to be on the show. I'm looking for practitioners. I'm also looking for practitioners to partner with. So if you're out there, I can do customized recipes for your clients or patients. So please let me know. Because that's one thing that I struggled with. Every time I left a practitioner's office, they didn't tell me what I could eat. It was, I got all these allergies and no recipes. And I do see people struggling constantly, daily, on the internet, trying to weed through all the garbage. I can help people stop weeding through all the garbage and just give you simple recipes that are going to be anti-inflammatory. They're going to reduce your weight. They're going to reduce the bloating, help you have a clearer mind, reduce joint pain. Again, this is not medical advice, not meant to heal, treat, or cure any disease or illness. You may have to work with your doctor, especially if you do have an autoimmune illness. So that's all I really wanted to say tonight. I just really wanted to encourage you to look at things differently. Even if you, I remember, here's another story. I remember I worked with a guy and he was so excited. He bought this beautiful coat for his wife for Christmas. Couldn't wait for her to get it. And guess what happened? She didn't like it. Well, I'll just never forget. He was so hurt and so saddened by that. So think of these things. When people give you stuff, it's coming from their heart. Don't tell them you don't like it. If it's a picture and they come over, throw it on the wall when they come over and then hide it if you don't like it when they're not there. If it's a coat, wear it with love. So what if you don't love it? You don't have to wear it every single day. Whatever it might be, look at things differently. What do you have? And even in this challenge that I'm going to do starting January 7th, I want us to look at this. What's in your hands? God gave us things to do with our hands. I have several gifts that God gave me. I'm a little bit artistic, creative. I can do things with food. He gave me several things. So what's in your hand? Are you a writer? Can you write? Are you a good speaker? Could you maybe do a podcast? Are you an artist? There is so much artificial intelligence help out there right now. It's insane. It's not to say that you're just going to push a button and have it do all the work, but it can really enhance your creativity. So think about that. So say you can't draw that well. Okay, so get on one of these artificial intelligence sites, get whatever God gives you and says, hey, here, you want a picture of this. Now you can enhance it with your creative mind, with what God gives you, and then put that out there. You could make a coloring book. You could make a children's book. I could go on and on. But this is what I want us to do. I want us to open up our mind to the gifts that we have, that we could also monetize, and what you can do with that. Not just have money for yourself, but how can you take that money and be a blessing for someone else? This is what I want to do. I don't only want it for me. I want it for you too. So anyways, like I said, I'm not going to be too long tonight. I've only gone almost a half an hour. But again, I need you. I need your stories. And I'm not the only one who needs you. I need you so this show can go on, but people out there need you. They need to hear your stories. People are hurting right now. There's so many autoimmune illnesses going around. More and more people are discovering cancer in their body, whatever, because there's so much stress. The stress is bringing on the illness. Whatever. They may have other underlying reasons, I don't know. Whatever it is. And then we have different variants of COVID and all of that, the flu, whatever it is. But people need to hear your story. How did you cope with it? How did you get through it? What did you use to help your body physically heal from it? What did you use herbs? Did you use regular natural doctors? Did you use naturopaths? What's your story? People need to hear it. What if you're a spouse? What if you're a mother? People need to hear what you're going through so they can get through it. They need your stories. So we need you so you can be on my show. Elevation TV Network needs you. So once again, make sure you're giving some love to Elevation TV Network. They have amazing shows on here. So you can follow them on the YouTube channel. I know they're also on Roku, Apple, all different platforms, Google. So you can also do that, but just go over to the YouTube channel and subscribe and like their videos. They have some amazing people on here with guests that are so inspirational and motivational. So with that, I just wanted to tell you, if you were alone today over the holidays and you're going to be alone on New Year's, please don't let it get to you. Do something for yourself. Date yourself if it's because, if you feel lonely because you don't have a date. So go buy a rose for yourself, have a glass of wine and a nice dinner. You don't have to get obliviated. You don't even have to drink wine. Right now, not to be a Debbie Downer, but I'll be honest, having alcohol with all these illnesses around, it's going to reduce, it's going to make you more susceptible to illness, make your immune system weaker. So just keep that in mind with all these festivities. Christmas is over, but I know some people still have some stuff going on right after Christmas. So I'm not a big celebrator of it, not going to lie, but I did want to come on and just say Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope that you're all okay and healthy. Please watch my shows. Like another thing that happened in New York and New Jersey, they've got flash floodings. So now here's another thing. Please go back and watch my shows about mold toxicity because all these places that got flooded or if pipes burst and you go back in those places, you're going to have a mold problem. I don't want to scare you, but you might have mold. Please, if you have the money, make sure you get that place thoroughly cleaned up because otherwise you're going to start having illness from the mold toxicity. So New York, New Jersey, and then wherever else these pipes are bursting, some people may not be able to go back in their homes. And that's another thing to perceive things differently. Yes, it's really horrible. I wouldn't want to go through it. But think about something else that might come from that. Maybe you're meant to live in a better place somewhere else. It may not, you may have loved that apartment. You may have loved that home. But maybe God's got a better place for you somewhere else. I know I'm not saying it doesn't suck. I'm not. Because it's horrible when those things happen. It really, really is. You don't know where you're going to go. You don't know what you're going to do. But try to perceive things differently when they happen. At first, I know it's awful. Trust me, I know. I'm not going to say the first thing that comes to my mind is, I'm going to have a better place to live. Believe me, if I got kicked out tomorrow, whatever, I'd be down, I'd be down in the dumps too. I wouldn't be happy about it. But once you get over that initial depression about it, think about it differently. So I just wanted to say that. I hope it's encouraging tonight. I do see one person just came on. I don't know who you are, but I do want to say thank you for coming on and watching. If you want to say hello, I don't know unless you make a comment. But once again, and I just want to thank everybody who's been on here throughout the year. And I'm looking forward to 2023 and having more shows and doing more for you. So please make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel because I'm going to do a little bit more there. I'll have some recipes and things on there. So make sure you subscribe to that. I'm still working on it. I'm learning all these technical things, so I'm a work in progress. So anyway, if anybody has any comments or questions, I'll give you a minute, but then I'm going to wrap it up. And I don't want to keep repeating myself. I don't see any comments tonight. But I do want to thank you for coming on. I want to thank you to the replayers. I'll be honest, I wasn't going to do a Christmas show. And then I said, you know what? I am going to come on because there's so many people out there that really get depressed and suicidal over the holidays. And it's just not necessary. You shouldn't get depressed because you can't get things for your kids. You shouldn't get depressed because mom or dad or somebody's not around anymore. You shouldn't get depressed because you don't have a significant other. Ask yourself, what do you have? And how can you work with that? And you know what? You don't have the answer. God does. And listen. Listen to what he tells you. He does speak to us. Some people hear him. Some people get signs. I happen to get visual signs. Nothing's a coincidence. If you keep seeing the same thing over and over again, that's not a coincidence. That's him trying to tell you something. You see the same name. You see the same object. Whatever it is, that's not a coincidence. And last but not least, I think I said it in the beginning of the podcast. I'm going to say it again. Thank God for answered prayers. Thank him. Praise him. There's a lot going on. He hears you. Pray that, we don't get nuclear war in America. Thank him for providing a better outcome than what's being prophesied right now. Thank him for that. And watch him turn it around. Thank him that we didn't get the hurricanes that were prophesied that could have happened. Thank him for that. Thank him that we won't get this big Canadian storm that's brewing. Maybe it'll simmer down and it won't be as bad. I don't know. I don't have the answer, but he does. So thank him and praise him for what you have. Thank him and praise him for what people are prophesying that may or may not happen. And change it. Help change it. If you can do things physically, do it physically. If you can get into government and change things in that, go for it. But it doesn't always have to be physical. It can be spiritual. You can pray. You can praise him. You can thank him. Watch him turn it around. I will say this. My mom, I called her Negative Nellie. Her name really was Nellie. She used to say things like, oh, I know that's not going to work. It's not going to work. And well, she'd go and start something, and it wouldn't work. She attracted the negativity. Stop thinking that way. Start thinking differently. I remember, heck, I was lost for 2 hours one time. Well, maybe I think I did avoid an accident then. I remember seeing it on the news. One thing God will do, he kind of shows me sometimes some of these things that I pray for, so I'll keep going. So I don't think I'm crazy. And that's it. I just really wanted to share that today. Jesus is the reason for the season. It's a celebration of his birth today. So, I'm not a big believer in all of the hoopla about Christmas, but I believe in God. I believe in Jesus and everything he does for me and through me. So you can connect to him too. And I want to hear your testimonials. Let me know. Whether it's about the world or even yourself, even if it's something small, So with that, I'm going to end the broadcast. I will see you next Sunday. And once again, please let me know if you'd like to be a guest. We need your testimonials and your stories. All right, everyone, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And if you want to be in this challenge, please invite people. Once again, it's going to be 30 days with, we are going to do devotionals. We are going to do scripture. We're going to do diet, exercise. We're doing it all. We're taking our lives back in 2023 so then we can bless others and have the strength to do it. So thank you, everyone. Please don't forget there are free gifts on my website. I have a reversing illness ebook. It's under free stuff under the store. And I have a 6-day immunity meal plan guide, which some of you might need. And they're totally free. It's under free stuff under the store. If you go to the store and it's blank, please go to the other one. It's under construction. So you're going to get that at enrichyourhealth.com and just go to the store. And once again, that's where the U are. ENRICHURHALTH.com. All right, everybody. Well, you have a safe and wonderful week. And I will see you next week. Bye, everybody. Merry Christmas.